Relive, y'all. Okay,
First of all, real men don't settle their beefs by shooting people, let alone random people who are just standing outside.
As the sun was out just before 3:30 Saturday, North Fulton Avenue quickly shifting to a crime scene.
It's very brazen. It happened in broad daylight.
Following an argument, police say, between two groups before a shootout ensued, leaving a 10-year-old girl hit by gunfire.
I don't care what your silly little stupid beef is. That 10-year-old baby had nothing to do with that beef.
As this was happening, an officer from the Western District was driving down the street in this very block who observed this incident and observed subjects fleeing away.
One man was left wounded on the ground as the groups dispersed, but police say not too far away.
There were other officers who were able to stop a vehicle a short distance away, where we learned that there was another suspect, our victim, who was shot, began to render aid to that victim. What we know right now is that the vehicle that victim was in was then driven away by another person.
As police were controlling the scene, just a few blocks away on Avalon Avenue is where they found the girl who was caught in the crossfire.
Certainly, we believe the 10-year-old female was not the intended target, but these individuals speak to the culture of violence that we have been talking about for so long, solving their conflicts with firearms.
We have to be better in our community. We have to resolve our conflicts in different ways. And we have to understand that the life of our young people is precious and that we cannot put them in danger.
And tonight, all of the people who were shot, including the girl, are in stable condition. Police have not commented on any arrests in this case. But if you have any information, that is, you're asked to call police. Live downtown, I'm Trey Ward, WBAL TV, 11 News.
Anyways, I'm the facilitator for Virtue Mondays, as well as the youth ambassador for Let's Start Baltimore. My question for today is, how do y'all all feel about that video?
I go first. I feel like Brandon Scott said, I feel like the girl shouldn't have got caught in the crossfire because of something that they was doing. And I feel like it's just sad because like no 10-year-old should have to go through that. And I pass it on to DeMontes.
I agree with him. It makes me feel uncomfortable that young kids should have to go through gun violence at a young age. And I'll call on James.
Go ahead, James.
I thought he said that. All right. It makes me feel like DeMonte said uncomfortable, but it also makes me feel as though that I can't walk the streets anymore. And I'll pass it to Isaiah.
I agree with everybody else said. Just like the mayor said, we gotta find different ways to solve beefs or conflict between people than shooting. And it's not right that that 10-year-old girl got shot because of two people or two different people or two different gangs, whatever the case was, had conflict between each other. And I call on Logan.
I agree with you, Isaiah.
I agree with the Montez. It ain't safe for kids at all. I passed you whoever didn't go.
Yeah, I agree with you all, y'all, for real. I feel like if you got beef, you shouldn't bring the kids into it, or you should be aware of your surroundings, for real. Like, you gotta be careful because kids, they young, they didn't even get to live their life yet, for real. I think that's everybody.
All right. Kari, did you want to go? Never mind. He said skip me. He ain't watched the video. Do you feel as though guns should be as available as they are?
Nah, I feel like guns should be available, but not like illegally. Like they should be licensed. Licensed to carry like how they are right now, but illegally, nah, they should. I'll pass it to whoever they can go.
I'll go. Yeah, I agree with Logan, but like I said earlier, some people be feeling like they need a gun for protection. So, but I still don't think you should be able to get a gun illegally. I think they should cut off ways that you should get a gun illegally. But then it's a little hard because the license guns, because some people may know people that had license guns and they let them hold their guns and stuff. So, I pass it on to Kari.
Yeah, I agree with both of what y'all said. Personally, I feel like normal handguns should be available for the public, but like the assault rifles and things like that, I feel like they should be a little bit more firm about who can get them and who they're giving them out to. My fault. Uh, I feel like they should have a more thorough background check for people that want to purchase assault rifles and more like military kind of guns. But for simple handguns, I feel like they should keep how it is. I'm gonna say to James.
I agree with you, Kari. You could pass it on to somebody. James, he passed it on to you.
I feel as though that guns should not be. I think all in general, guns should be just like eliminated from this world. We should find another source that can be in place of guns that is way safer than what guns are. I'll pass it on to Khalil.
Hold up. I agree with you. Who was that? James? I agree with you. That was James or DeMonte?
It was James.
Oh yeah, I agree with you, James. But I agree with the part you said it should be eliminated. But then at the same time, I don't, because you gotta think about it. It's like we still gotta protect ourselves, like not even just from ourselves, like terrorists and stuff. So if we is gonna get rid of guns, we should get rid of it to the people and just let the military and the police keep them.
And then train them again on how to use the guns, because they don't know how to use the guns themselves.
Yeah, I was ready to say that too. But yeah, whoever you caught on should go.
Yeah, I think they should limit the availability of guns to the well, basically people getting their hands on guns illegally. So I feel like if people gonna use guns, they should be mindful of how they use it and keep it like in their house. They shouldn't really bring it out in public and try to shoot a squash beef with somebody. They should find different ways to solve their problems instead of always going or running back to a gun. The gun not the answer to everything. Violence not the answer to every single problem. So, and I think that's everybody.
I'm gonna go. I don't think they should be available as they are because people don't use them in the right manner. My bad.
I agree with all y'all answers. My next question is, what do you think we can do as a community to change or stop gun violence or stop the children from being hurt or killed?
We can keep doing things like this to reduce gun violence, because things like this could get out to people that has a mindset that all they should do is relate to violence, and the things that we do can put that change that mindset for real. So I think we should keep doing stuff like this to reduce gun violence. It might not reduce it all, but I think doing this could reduce it. I pass to Isaiah.
I would say, like, I agree with him. I would say more outreach, I guess. Yeah, more outreach to show people that we are really here for them. And like the people, like the old adults say today, we are the youth are the new leaders. They see us really really trying to crack down on the gun violence, then they know that it really needs to stop and it really needs a change. And I call on Khalil.
I feel like we can do more things like the guns down, gloves up thing, where people take their anger out or do it in like a healthy way, or find like more ways to like take their anger out, like going to the gym or something like that, or working out or hitting a punching bag and something like that. Now I pass it on to Montez.
I agree with you. And I would say more peace walks and stuff like that, more resources. And Logan,
I agree too. I say like what's his name? Khalil said, put the guns down, gloves up. I see they should continue it. Continue to do it with it's called, yeah, guns down, gloves up. They should continue it.
Was you done talking, Logan?
Yeah, I pass it on to whoever didn't go.
I ain't go yet, and I agree with what Logan, Khalil, and Perry said. I feel like we should have more communication throughout our community with the youth, especially. Maybe have some more licensed therapists talk to some kids about how they're feeling. Maybe more adult figures can step into their lives. Maybe let them know that they don't need to resort to violence, especially gun violence. But yeah, Khalil and Perry basically summed it up. I'm gonna pass it to
Yeah, can I pick off of that? Yeah, I like how he said the therapist, because people be going through different things. Like then it's kind of hard to stop gun violence, because I feel like you won't truly understand why people is killing people. 'Cause like it's a billion different ways why people they could be going through something. They need to eat, they need rent money, they want protection. It could be all that. I feel like we need more therapists, and because so you can understand where their mindset at. That's what I feel like. But yeah, that's it.
I agree with you. That was actually well said.
I was going to say I agree with you too, but therapists that would really sit there and listen to them.
What you mean?
Like, because some therapists just sit there and listen, and don't really like be asking them more questions about what they're going through. They just like don't be caring. But like, no, I meant to say therapists that really care. My bad.
Okay. Do you feel like you can walk around your city safe?
I say no. And I'm speaking for myself, but I honestly feel like I don't think nobody like us as teenagers. I don't think we should feel safe around our city because of how hard it is to make it out as a teenager. I pass it on to whoever didn't go.
Okay.
I can see how Logan's thinking, but in my opinion, it depends on the area. But I do agree with what Logan said about it can be hard to make it out, and us teens shouldn't have to worry about things like that. But for me personally, it just depends on the area. In the right place, it isn't as dangerous as others. But yeah, pass it to Isaiah.
Hold up. I disagree, because the area don't matter. You can be in the goodest area and something bad can still happen. So I disagree on that one. It's just you gotta be at the right. I mean, you gotta be sometimes you're gonna be at the wrong place, right time, or however you say it. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But yeah.
I agree with you, Perry.
I'll piggyback on what Perry said, because like the neighborhood I used to live in, when we first moved around here, it was so quiet and all that. you probably could stay outside all night as you want to, and nothing would happen. But now, as at this present time, you could be just sitting in your room on YouTube, and all you hear is gunshots outside. So it, like Perry said, it's not where you at. It's depends on. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say like it don't matter where you at, Kari. Like they said, because people do be at the wrong place in the wrong time. I don't feel like anywhere in Baltimore City is safe, even if you're in a good environment, regardless, because anything could happen. People aren't aware, and things don't be planned. It just automatically happen out of nowhere. It's like it happens, and you be like, it happens so fast, just be like, oh my gosh. But I call on Khalil.
Me personally, when I walk around, I'm by myself. No, I don't really care for real because I be just minding my business. But somebody mess with me, then I mean that's another story. But like, see, I got kids for real, so honestly, for real, if I'm walking around, I got my kids. I be thinking different for real. I know how dangerous it is out in Baltimore for real, around certain parts. So I be on my like P's and Q's for real. So for me to have to walk around like that, that's crazy for real, thinking that. So I think it's the people as well, not just the place or the area. I think it's the people that make the area dangerous. Like I think people just need to get better.
All right, I think that's everybody. Is that everybody?
I'm gonna go.
All right.
I say no because violence can happen at any time.
Okay, Isaiah, did you go?
Nah, I go. I agree with everybody. I say no because anything can happen at any time. It don't matter where you at. And I feel like most of the time you always gotta look over your shoulder or look around and make sure that you say like anything can happen anywhere. You could be sitting on a porch, can be walking in any place in Baltimore. Anything can pop off at any time.
I agree with you, Isaiah. My next question is do you feel as though some police officers are being role models for the community in a negative or a positive way?
I'll go first. This is a yes and no question because it's like I had a teacher this morning and she was so scared because she got pulled over by the police. So she was so scared about all the things that's been going on with the police situations. And she said that was a good police officer. So like I said, it's a yes and no situation. Some police are good and some are bad. So it all depends on the police officer. And you gotta watch your actions when being approached by that police officer. You can't just react right then and there. You gotta wait for the say so or wait for that key to do, your next step. I'll pass it on to Perry.
Yeah, I agree with James. Me personally, I agree with everything he said. I don't really have nothing to say about that one. So my bad, y'all. I give it to Isaiah.
Yeah, me too. I agree with Isaiah. Perry. I don't have nothing to say either.
I said Isaiah.
Yeah, Isaiah and Perry.
I agree with James said. You have some good cops and then you have some bad cops. But I also think when we was little, they was more of a positive role model than they are now. You had people that actually looked up to cops and actually thought that they felt safer when they was around in their presence. But now you got people, they come around, they always think you're doing something, or people are scared of them. And I call on DeMonte.
I agree with everybody, but for what you said about them being scared, I feel like they shouldn't feel like that because police are supposed to protect you. But Kari?
Yeah, I agree with Isaiah, James, and DeMontes. I especially agree with what James said. And I feel like, in my personal opinion, that there are more positive cops. I mean, I don't have a statistic to back it up, but I feel like even if many people see a cop as a good cop, anything could happen. So it's like it's weird, but I basically what I'm saying is I agree with what James said.
Khalil,
Um,
No, I ain't go yet. I feel like what everybody said, well, what James said specifically, that is I agree and I disagree. I feel like it's just saying like some cops are good role models and do help the community, but then I'm more heavy on I disagree with it because I feel like cops, like certain cops, they add on to the gun violence and they do like things like police brutality and they don't really care for real because they trained in a certain way and they just when they pull you over, they gotta be super aggressive. You know, they don't care how old you is, how you look. You could be in a wheelchair, you still getting slammed on the floor. Well, if you black, that's all I gotta say.
I totally agree with you, Khalil. Yeah, it's crazy how it is, but definitely true. As long as you black, you could be in a wheelchair, like you said. You could be your health could be down. It still find a way to damage you even more. And yeah, I feel like they ain't doing a good job at all, even though they supposed to be.
I
I
agree
pay,
with conscious, but I mainly want to piggyback off of Khalil. Um, when he was saying that police officers, they is a good role model in a way, but back then they used to be more interactive with the community, which made us feel safe, which made us used to want to be here. I mean, heroes and officers when we were younger. Now that we're this age, we don't want to be officers. We feel like we unprotected. The community isn't protected. That some officers aren't even trained the correct way or aren't trained at all the right way. Some officers are from other areas, which is why they do the things that they do as well when they get transferred to other places. I don't even remember, but and then I don't think polices are good role models. Some polices aren't good role models because I feel like they're role models in a negative way, which is like when they do police brutality. I feel like other races or people feel as though it's okay to use guns on the community or people in their community.
I'm going to piggyback off what Courtney said. That is true because I listen to it every time when we go past when me and my sister we walk past a police officer or something like that. She be scared because of the different things she see. But when I was her age, I was excited to see the police officers and all that different stuff. And it's just shocking that she can't even look up to them. So it's like, who can she look up to if she just walk in the streets and somebody trying to get her something like that? Who can she look up to?
I agree with you, James.
Yeah, I feel like certain police feel like they got since they have that authority, they feel like they got more power over well, I'm
They
specifically
got that badge. They got
speak.
that badge. Like take off that badge. Yeah, you ain't got no authority. Yeah, go ahead, Khalil.
But yeah, we can go to the next question.
All right. So that was the last question. Perry, you can take us out. It's in the chat. Perry, you on mute.
Hey, you're on mute.
I just read all that. I was on me. All right. Please come out to our event on April 3rd at 2 p.m. in the 1400 block of West Lafayette Avenue and help us to revitalize a garden on behalf of our youth that lost a family member to gun violence. We are also creating stepping stones with their names on it. We also have a peace walk on April 16th at 4 p.m. meeting at 1911 North Payson Street. To work against the kids being affected by gun violence and gun violence in general. If you need therapy, please reach out to Miss Lisa at 443-625-7720 or go to www.letsthrivebaltimore.org. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you all.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
We still live.